Finally, what if I were to told you that in this lifetime there are a lot of people who are looking for purpose but they don't find it because it's very easy, they just don't know where to look. It's very important that you understand the definition about purpose. Purpose is actually the reason, the deeper reason why you do what you do. Let me make it very clear. You have your goals are there to achieve it, but your purpose is the reason that you keep going. Welcome back to a new video of SheffTrades. I'm very happy that I finally made the first step for my YouTube videos. Why did I not started uploading in January? Because I actually didn't know where to start. I was looking in a wide spectrum of a lot of things that I wanted to do. As you can see, this is not a trading video. This is actually more a mentality video about life, and I believe also that this is a good introduction of what's my channel all about. So today we're going to talk about purpose in 4 different ways. I'm going to talk about the identity of the purpose. I'm also going to talk about the ambition of purpose, the mentality, and also the most important part, the impact that you need to have. The first thing that I want to talk about when it comes to purpose, you need to understand your identity. So number one, if you have a book or something, if you want to write down some notes, identity is the most important part. Why? So identity is the person who you are. You need to ask yourself actually 3 questions. Who are you? Why are you like this? And what do you want to become? If I take these 3 things into my personal life, because I don't want to attack you guys, I'm always taking the example of my experience. For a long time, I used to play football at a good level actually, but I didn't know who I was besides being a footballer. And that's the thing that I'm almost having with trading. Y'all know SheffTrades, y'all know that I am correlated with trading, and the thing is, I don't know if this is the only thing that I want to keep being. So we are human beings. I'm 23 years old. I just became 23 2 days ago. And we are constantly evolving. So you need to ask yourself in the mirror, you need to ask yourself, who do I want to become and who am I today? Okay? Also, who are you when your results are failing? Let me say in the trading space, for example, you are having a losing streak. You're losing every single trade that you take for a period of maybe 2 weeks, and you're not recognizing yourself. Are you still doing the things that you need to do besides trading? Are you still waking up like, let me say 6 a.m., 7 a.m. and how you actually expect yourself to do? Are you still going to the gym when it's not going good? When you're in this negative period, are you still you being you? Because if you don't know who you is, how are you going to evolve as a human being? It's very important that the thing is that you, in my opinion, need to do every single week is self-reflect. Self-reflection is the best way to grow, because self-reflection is not a negative thing to do. Self-reflection happens most oftenly after a test in life. It's like school. Let's say when you're in high school or even in middle school, you have these tests, you were like studying at home, the next day you have a test and you get your points. This teacher is always going to have this self-reflection. In my time, have this self-reflect session that you could have gone after class, and you're like, okay, this is what you did wrong. The next time you need to do this better. If you never self-reflect, how can you grow? Also, failing is the best important teacher that you can have, because if your identity is coupled with someone that doesn't like to try, I'm sorry, but you're not going to evolve in business or in any certain area in your life that you want to become. Remember, your goals are important, but your habits will bring you there. Your habits are your identity. So it's very important that you need to understand who are you. I really want to for you to take your time and really think about, like, who am I today? How old am I? What do I do to a daily basis? What are my habits? What do I like? Who do I like? With who are my friends? It's very important that you understand your circle also. You need to understand your energy, even in your spiritual life. We're having this physical body that we're in here now. You can see we're talking like actually face to face, me against my camera and you're watching me. This is physical. But who are you in the inside? Because nobody sees it. And this is the first thing that I want to talk about, because identity is the most crucial thing for you to succeed in life. Because if you don't know who you are, I'm sorry, but it's going to be very, very difficult to to become a certain way that you want to become if you don't know where you're coming from. If I'm making a bit sense. Okay, so the next thing that you need to understand about purpose is ambition. Ambition and purpose are not the same thing. Purpose is the reason why you do it. Ambition is how far you're willing to grow into that reason that you're doing it. So basically, you have a passion for football. You like to play football, that's your purpose, you just like to have the fun. And ambition is how far do you want to climb in the rankings. Do you want to be a pro athlete, or are you willing to be an average athlete, or are you just doing it for fun and you're playing the lower leagues? So ambition is like something that comes from the inside. It's like a fire in the chest long before anyone believes in you. You need to understand, when you come into a new business that you're like you know nothing about, it's very difficult, especially if you're talking about sales, that people are going to believe in you and what you're capable of to do. I remember when I was starting to do trading, I already had like in my mind that I wanted to grow to become one. Ambition, want to become one of the best traders, and also wanted to be someone that could have helped a lot of people to grow into the best version of themselves, even if it's outside of trading or in trading. So I already had like this ambition mindset that was inside from me, and you cannot force it. It's like, really, you can only have it if you're passionate enough in the thing that you're doing. So it's like, also it is the voice that whispers more is possible. It's like, while the world is settling for less, you are not. So do not limit yourself if it comes about your belief system. Ambition doesn't live in today, it already breathes in tomorrow. Also, a very important part that you need to know about ambition, that ambition can make you blind. When ambition comes a focus that you're only focusing on winning, you might lose yourself in the process. So make sure that your eyes are still open, because the eyes, we all know, they don't lie. When you have a certain ambition, let me say that you have a purpose becoming a millionaire. So you want to make $10,000 or $100,000 a month, okay? And now you're only focusing on the money. If you do not have the money, you're not winning, and then you're becoming blind. You're having a tunnel vision, and you only see like, okay, this is the only way that I can achieve this, but you're missing all the opportunities from the outside. So it's very important that you still keep open-minded. It's very, very important to stay open-minded, even if you are an ambitious person, because I know a lot of people, they chose a business model and they're stuck in this business model, but this business model is not for them, but they're trying to convince themselves that they need to stick in the thing that's actually not working for them. So please be aware of that when it comes to ambition. But in general, if you're an ambitious person, you have like the probability to also get way further ahead than the most average person. Okay. The third thing that you need to understand about purpose is mentality. My favorite subject of all time. Mentality is the way how you handle and think when nobody is watching you. It's the vision that you have when you're under pressure, the voice you listen to when you're under pressure, because we all know we have these voices in our mind. Which voice do you let in, and which voice are you willing to actually listen and provide information you're taking in your own mind? Mentality is the way how you handle losses and W's in your life when you're having personal problems even on the side. And mentality is the only thing that you can expose at this very moment. Now you can expose your mentality, and it's very easy. Step out of your comfort zone. It's that easy. If you step out of your comfort zone, you will know your mentality. And this comes back to the first thing that I said, identity, because you want to know who you are and where you are at this certain point. If you want to achieve the best mentality, I promise you, put yourself in position you would never ever do. To get the right mentality is actually the thing that I'm doing now. In my opinion, I'm talking a language that is not a native language for me, because I'm supposed to speak. I'm actually speaking only Dutch and French, but I'm willing to step out of my comfort zone and talk on online English, because I really want to have a brighter idea. I really want to have a, how can I say it, a wider view and not a tunnel vision to attract certain people in my country or even the Netherlands here, because I'm from Belgium. No, mentality is really putting yourself into a position that you're thinking like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to achieve this. You never know if you don't try. Your mentality, are you someone who likes to try, or are you someone who likes to skip? Very important that you know what your mentality is, because you can also find your mentality in small things. Mentality can come from the inside, but can also come from your belief system. Are you a believer? Are you not a believer? Are you a Christian? Are you a Muslim? Are you a Jew? In my opinion, I'm a Christian, so I find my belief system from my Bible, from God, from Jesus. So it's very important where you believe in. Your mentality will confirm if you actually believe it or not, and your ambition will take over to succeed where you believe in. So if I today believe that I can be a millionaire, because I'm not. I'm still working a 9 to 5, and I'm doing this on the side, trading on the side, doing my own thing on the side. But I believe I will be a millionaire one day. My mentality, my habits, my ambition will show in the results that I'm having the right mindset to become a millionaire. Because I think that there is this quote that a lot of people use: you're first a millionaire in your mind because you have it physically. I believe that the money is waiting for me, but I don't have the license yet. I don't have the cards yet to use it. It's a mentality that you need to have, and a mentality is not something that you can grow over day. It's the same thing with going to the gym. Why are you going to the gym if you know that you're going to suffer? Because I never saw someone who was doing exercises and not getting drained from the physical aspect, or was not getting drained or getting tired when doing the exercise, if they did it rightfully, or right, of course. Because if you're not willing to go through the pain, you're not going to have any gains in life. It's not only in business, it's also in life. If you're not willing to put the hours, 80 hours, 70 hours, 50 hours in the week, and I'm not talking about these 9 to 5 hours, in your business, in your life, in the thing that you have a purpose for, I'm sorry, but that mentality will not bring you further in getting the best purpose that you want. Because purpose comes from the inside. Nobody can force you the purpose that you want to have, but mentality will help you achieve if you have found that purpose, of course. So with that said, mentality is one for me the most important part, because mentality will make you keep showing up. If you're a dedicated person, if you're a consistent person, and mentality will eventually bring discipline into, because we will know in your action if you're disciplined, consistent or not. So mentality, very, very, very important. So the last thing that I want to talk about purpose is impact. Impact is influence without force, and is also leadership without spotlight. I truly believe you don't need to be famous to have a good impact. You just need to be intentional. The important thing in here is that when I started to do this, when I started to make the decision to try to make videos for people, even if I don't have a big platform, that's me showing that it's purely intentional. It's purely something that I want to do for others, and something that I can leave behind for next generation, because I'm having an influence in maybe in your life when you're finished seeing this video. But let me give you an example. Like, let's take the greatest footballer of all time, Messi or Ronaldo. I will take Ronaldo just because I love his mentality. When Ronaldo started to play football, his purpose was to become one of the great. He wanted to become a professional footballer. When he became a professional footballer, he became one of the greatest of all time. But when Ronaldo quits in 1 or 2 years from now, we never know when this guy quits, he left a great mark behind on the football world for the next generations to come. A lot of people up into to see the impact that he made for football and they want to make the same impact. If you found your purpose in business, for example, and you made a huge company, how can you influence other people in their lifestyle to become better? That's the impact part. That's the part. It's a very short part, but it's a very important part that you need to think about, because impact is very good. Like, let's say that you're a course seller and we find that you're actually in scam. The impact that you will have for those people is not good. Even if your purpose is, oh, I want to sell mentorships, I want to have like these great scores and have a lot of money, the impact is not good in my opinion. This is something that comes from my inside because my belief system don't support that. It's very important that you know what you're doing it and how it can affect other people, because you do not want to destroy other lives. So let's say your business is selling drugs. I'm just saying, your business selling drugs, yes, you make money, but you impact other people, their addiction, drugs, you support it actually. Even if you're not the one who's forcing them to do it, you have a certain impact on it. Try to have a purpose, in my opinion, that can just elevate other people, because if you know that you're going to die one day, I hope that you know that you're going to die one day, what are you going to leave behind? So with that said, impact was not a big one, but just know the 4 things that you need to know is your identity. You need to know who you are, who you want to become, when you react in certain areas, why do you react in certain ways. You need to understand also that ambition is the thing that drives you inside. It's your motor, it's the thing that gives you a kick, that energy boost that you need. You need to understand that your mentality is very important, the way that you think in every single situation. Are you someone that talks way too fast? Are you someone that steps in the room and wants to be shown? Or are you someone who steps back? You need to understand your mind completely. If you want to have like a certain, if you're willing for me to make a video about mentality only, let me know in the comments, because I really love to talk about the brain. I really love the defense mechanism that we all have, and that's also the reason that a lot of people don't succeed. And the last one is, which impact do you want to have on other people, or which impact do you want to bring with your business when you create your business? It's very important that you know these 4 areas to define your purpose in life. I really love this video, and this is where I'm going to end. Please subscribe, because I'm going to do more of these videos. Even if I don't have a big platform, I don't care. I really know that YouTube is a space to talk your mind. And I'm sorry, this is my first video, my first ever video that I dropped in a different language that I speak for such a long time. So you will see that I will improve with more videos that I make. But I'm very, very glad that we did this today. So do not forget to subscribe, put your notification on, and SheffTrades will see you on the next video. Ciao.